Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the second semi-final of the Dynamic Billiard Euro. There we go. Karl just checking. He has to put the score and enter who's breaking on the computer. They didn't quite finish the job. Well, nothing down. Nothing down, and Chris got a good shot on the one. With these two, this break is going to be really crucial. Chris just looking where he wants to leave the cue ball, so he gets on the two. Nice position. Just come one rail, just between the 4 and 3, so he can take the 3 to the other side. This looking nice position there. Just in number order. Just the way he's got to play this is looking good, because look where the 5 is, just by the 9. A little just touch, just run in front of the 7 or behind the 7. Automatically on the 5, and this is straightforward stuff from Chris. Both these players played in the final arena before, so they know what it's like in here. The lights and the table playing a little bit different to the others out in the outer arenas. Both these players, seasoned pros, both been a part of the Mosconi, both been a part of the Eurotour, although Karl doesn't play it as much anymore. So here we go, Chris to break. Yeah, he's made 2 balls off the break. Hasn't really got the best of shots on the 1. I think he's going to be using the 2 to hide the cue ball. Just come nice thin cut off the 1. No, he's going the other way. Yeah, trying to touch the cue ball with the 7 to make it as hard as possible for Karl. I thought he may have just thin cut the 1 there and use 2 rails and bring the cue ball behind the 2 and the 3. Now Karl having to use the top rail, and that's where Chris has mentioned earlier that he seems to be having a problem judging the speed as he comes off of these rails. Had a little discussion with him earlier. And Karl getting a bit lucky there. But then again, you need luck. Main objective is to make sure that you hit the 1 ball. There, Chris quickly getting his jump stick out. Didn't really get prepared. Using a bit of time for that. He's a fast player anyway, so it shouldn't be a problem with Chris at all. Playing with this shot clock system. Chris calling an extension. Oh, what a terrific shot. What a great shot there from Chris. Hasn't been rewarded though, because look at the 2. He's used his extension, so I think Karl will have that in mind. So Chris, no more time apart from his 25 plus 10s now in this rack. Needed a little bit more pace on that. See, Karl can see part of the two. And because Chris has used his extension, Karl will be trying to make advantage with that by making things difficult for Chris, because Chris ain't got time now to study the table. Having to make decisions quicker. Nice contact from Chris, wants to avoid the 7. Okay, damage limitations. Two ball up by the 8. Be just bridging past the 6. Doesn't have to bridge over, just past. Yeah, I think in these safety battles, Karl will be trying the best he can to put Chris under as much pressure as he possibly can. There we have our friends from Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. We also have some people from Bahrain here as well. Bahrain. They're here on holiday, and one of them actually plays 9-ball in the clubs out there. And he was really happy that he'd booked a holiday here. And as a bonus, we were here. So he didn't know that. But, oh, is the 2 dropping? It is. Oh, look where the cue ball is. Has he got a shot on the 3? No, he's running for his jump stick. We have Lloyd B on there asking who won the balls. Well, I thought Thomas had posted something, but I think it's Casper. I think Thomas can help me there. Casper Holtz or something like that. Oh, what a shot. And again, look at this. As he goes, I think he's got a little bit of the 5 to play with. 2 beautiful jump shots there from Chris Melling. And he's got a shot on the 5. Look at a 6. What can he do with a 6? Oh, he's put Czech English on it, and it's stopping. He's struggling with the pace, look. He's got it good. He's got it good. Oh, if he takes this frame, what a frame to take. I mean, the guy has played tremendous. Under pressure, having to take an extension because he didn't get his jump cue ready prior to the match. I don't know if that's superstition or was it just not thinking ahead. But had to use his extension for that shot. And has played some terrific stuff since then. Under a lot of pressure. Almost every shot until then, he's been behind balls somewhere. And as a bonus, I don't know if any of you were watching out there, as the players Niels Feyen and Jürgen Jenesi, that was agreed that they would sign the box, but we also got as a bonus Yoni Dati, the 9-ball wheelchair champion, and Yasmin Ocean, the women's 9-ball champion. Also signatures in that box. And when we get back to the Netherlands, it will be on its way to Denmark. Karl needing to get his foot down into this match. trailing Chris by 2-0 already. Cannot afford to go any further behind. Using maybe the 2 rails, go behind the 9, off the side rail. Needs a little bit of an angle, not much. Needs a bit of an angle, or even under. I have to now just draw out to the middle of the table, just going towards the center pocket as we look at the screen now. I drew that back quite a bit. This to reduce the deficit. Trailing Chris 2-1. Spent the whole European Championships here with his team and stayed on to support his guys at the Eurotour. And trust me, those players are getting better and better. Now, Chris. He'd made 1 ball off the break, but he didn't get any more than 1 to cross or get into the kitchen. That brings or allows Karl to the table. Karl can accept the table as it is or pass it back. I mean, he wouldn't play a push-out shot under these circumstances because he can see the 1, but he wouldn't be allowed to even if he couldn't. There you go, you get in a comment there. I think Thomas had interviewed some of the guys from the Emirates. And Thomas is just writing there what they said. They said that they have played World 9-ball in Qatar, the US Open, and other international events. And they told him that this is the best organized tournament in the world that they have been to. There you go, some very nice comments there and compliments from those guys. Here there's a couple of them have actually secured sponsors to come to all the Eurotours. Right, just a little bit in between there. Bit slower and would have had the middle pocket a bit easier because he's low on that. He's going to have to work the cue ball or leave himself a long 9. Oh, deciding to play safe. Karl's cue just dropping on the floor. Oh, so that's what Lloyd B means. I was just wondering what you meant by your phrase there. hey, we don't put words into these people's mouths. Oh. Now left Chris with a chance to extend his lead. Oh, and Chris now missing. What's happened there? Both players making a mistake on this 8-ball. Uncharacteristic from both of them. Wow, Karl getting back to this table, which he probably did not expect to do. Seems to be struggling with the table. So you're going to have a slight difference, but at the end of the day, both players have the equal equipment to use, and it's the one who adapts to the environment the quickest generally comes out on top. That's a nice safety there from Karl. Oh, could have done with that going behind the 6, but it's still a very good safety. Chris using most of his time here. He's now got 10 seconds and counting. Not the best choice there. Maybe, just maybe, could have had called an extension just to think about that one. That's tough because all the other balls are open, so he didn't want to leave that out. Where's the cue ball going? Close to the pocket. Is he going to be tucked up behind the 6? No, I think he's all right. I think he's all right. Chris just having a little look. Oh, has he got a quarter ball to jump? Maybe a quarter ball to jump. I can hear the jump cue coming out. You can hear the jump cue being chalked, squeaking.
Extension.
Karl using his extension. Wants to make sure he gets this right. As I say, there's a lot of the balls out in the open. And he's made it. Leaves a long 4. Nice jump. Just rolls that one in. Maybe a little bit straight on the 5, that's why he's looking. He's got a small angle there, but the 6 is down to the other end. Judge that to perfection. Showing his ability to draw that cue ball. Just gone a little bit too close to the cushion now. Not to worry. Leaves a pot on the 8 up to the top right hand corner. Leaves himself the 9 to take the lead in this match for the first time. Leads now Chris Melling 3 games to 2. That is made a ball off the break, and there's a couple already gone in. They'll be looking maybe to come between the 4 and 5 to get down here for the 2. As he does nicely there. Chris, one of the best shot makers around. A very, very good entertainer with a cue. Chris, one of the fastest players on the Eurotour, has run 9 racks pretty quick. A whitewash, him and Tony Drago, very, very close with regards to time. I think around the 20 minutes mark for both of them, running 9 racks. A race to 6 with Karl breaking. So if they get to Hill, it will be advantage Karl, but he's got a bad kiss there. Got a lucky kiss as well, and a couple more. But the 4 is nudged in between the 8 and 9. 1, 2 and 3 is looking good. Karl just giving a smile there. No, he knew he got a little bit lucky. You need luck in anything you do, but you can make your own luck as well. But it's that 4 ball is going to be his problem. Needs to get position. I think he may. I would have possibly tried it with the 2 there, because the 3's in the open. But he doesn't want to be straight. I think that's a little bit. He's got a lot of work to do if he's going to try and get this 4 out. No, I think he's going to go for plan B, or is he going to try in the combo? 4-9. Is it on? Is the combination on 4-9? Well, he's going to have to play that really straight. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. He's going to be playing it at pace. He's thinking, is it wise to do it now? Shall I take a risk, or shall I find a place to hide? He's just looking. I mean, if that was a cue ball, that would be a tough shot anyway. Now he's playing the object ball as a cue ball. A little bit too much. Look at the 4. It's going in. He's got lucky. Got a little bit lucky there. He's looking over at Chris, who probably can't believe it. There's still a lot of work to do. He's now looking at the 6-9 combination, because he could. I don't think the 5 goes past the 8, so he's going to play the 5 up to the top pocket, draw back and have the 6-9 combination. No, he's nudged the 6 out of the way. Much more intelligent play there. I was worried that he would leave himself a combination. That was much better done. Stretching everything he can. Bridging over the 8 as well. And this to put his nose in front again. Go 4-3 in front with this 9 ball. And there you have it. 4 games to 3, leading Chris Melling. They took a trip up here to come and see the guys. Arrived late last night. has met up with them this morning, so he's staying on here for the day. But it's a beautiful place to come for a holiday. Just looking, is he trying to... No, he's got to try and hide. He can't be playing... Extension. Can't be thinking about a carom shot there. Just thinning the 2 and using the cue ball push to 9. He can't be thinking that. Got to be playing 2 on to 3 maybe, or hiding now. That's better. That's a much better option. Although I think the 2 balls just crept out. No, Chris is not happy. I think Karl can just see a little bit of the 2. If not, he can jump. He'll be jumping half the 9 ball about, approximately. And with a 2 very close to the centre pocket. He wants to hit the outside of the 2, the right-hand side, which will mean he has even less of the 9 ball to jump. Extension. So both these players using their extensions wisely, so far anyway. During this complete match, I don't mean in this frame in particular, when they've used extensions. Oh, where's that going? That's a risk you have when jumping. If you don't make contact in the right place, then there's going to be balls bouncing everywhere. A tough 2 here for Chris. Bit of distance and the cue ball very close to that rail. Yeah. Well, maybe Lady Luck's turned. Chris got a little bit fortunate there. The 4 being in the way of the 2. He's just looking now what to do with this come 1 rail. Wants to keep the cue ball up here behind the 4 if he can. Send the 2 down table. Oh, what a terrific shot from Karl. And that was planned. I just chose the wrong ball to hide it. But what a terrific shot from Karl. Now Chris finding himself in problems now. Well, wrong ball, hit the 3 first. Hit the 3 first. And the roll of the table is not really with Chris at the moment. Karl got fortunate in the last rack. Played a terrific shot there though to put the cue ball up behind the 7. And Chris is under pressure. Already trailing Karl 4 games to 3. If Karl can make the most of what he's worked out for himself and created for himself with some terrific shot play. Yeah, they're struggling with a rail. That's what the players were talking about a little bit. But up this end of the room, we have the airco above. It's not on all day, every day. It's on and off, and the heat from the arena, I mean, that's enough. And when you know that the cushions are rubber and how rubber reacts in heat and cool temperatures, and It does change, but the players know that too. We've got a choice here to draw the cue ball back. We could use 3 rails. I like the drawing of the cue ball back though, and Karl is choosing 3 rails. The cue ball just bit a little bit too much on that last rail. Took the sting out of it, left himself a square shot now. Should be used to these from a shootout. The famous shootout of the team event. Very nice of you. Oh, the cue ball got kicked and frozen behind the 3. Look at the 2. He's going to have a push there. Yeah, get it over the other side. And then eliminates the chance of putting the 2 into that corner pocket. Chris doesn't like it. Puts him straight back. Oh, nice shot there, Karl. See, that's judgment. That's knowing the pace of the table. The speed was perfect. Oh, great shot from Chris. Get round behind. Oh, he's done himself in again. Just couldn't get out. I think he's got a shot on the 3, but obviously cue ball so close to that rail. Try and get the cue ball behind the 8 and 4. Send the 3 down. I needed more than that, Chris. That'll do you though. That 3 is not going into that pocket from there. Oh, wow. Bad mistake there. Yeah. Of course, it's the table. Sometimes, you know, I just wonder with these guys that, yeah, you just made a mistake, you know, we all do it. But the table's been here for 2 weeks, and it's not rolling anywhere. You can always have a little bit of chalk on there. I'm not sure if Chris heard the time. Yes, he did. He's called extension now. Because of the 4 and 8. Trying to think how he can make something happen. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He had time. Why did he rush? He called an extension. He still had a bit more time. He's going to try and keep the 4 with the 8 there, but cue ball behind the 7. Oh, that was unlucky, unfortunate there. And Karl wishing the referee to clean the white ball, or clean the cue ball. Referee's only here for the shot clock, really, and if such incidents like this happen, or if the players really feel that they need a referee to judge the shot, then of course he comes in to do that. And for those of you who weren't in here earlier, this Eurotour semi-finals and final is being produced by Kazoom for TV. Well, that's why we have a shot clock. And these matches will be supplied or available to all the members of the EPBF, and we're hoping that they will be able to get it on their national TV stations or regional. That'll be great, seeing some of this brilliant action on the TVs in your own country someday. Karl with a golden opportunity here to double the points tally that Chris has got so far and go into a 6-3 lead. He needs this 8 and 9 to do so. There it is. Karl Boyes leading Chris Melling 6-3. Let's see. Karl breaking in the 11th rack. Leading 7-3. And wanting to get to the hill. He's made a ball off the break. Is a 2 going to drop as well? Oh, look at that. Sits perfect for him. Didn't have a shot on the 3. He had a shot, but nothing that you really want to go for. He's probably praying that that 2 stays up. Chris can't believe it. He's probably thinking, if I was breaking, that 2 would have dropped. And there's the difference. Just a little bit of fortune, and if it's going your way, it feels really good. But if it's going against you, it feels like the whole world is against you. It really is tough. Nice little draw there. I think he's going to be sending 4 and 5 up top, or maybe the middle pocket with the 5. He's got to get... He could try and play the 4 in the middle. Bit of a risk there. He's going to take the 3 even by a stunning, although the angle is a little bit... Karl just asking to clean the white. That's very well done from the referee there. There's no cheating the time here. The referee stops the clock when Karl asks. Takes care of the cue ball, cleaning. And pointing out that, you know, the time...
20 seconds left. Yeah. Oh.
There you go. So he has 20 seconds left. So the referee just pointing out that even if you call me in here, okay, the shot clock stops while I clean the ball, but you've used a certain amount of time. And Karl calling an extension, I think, as well. Wow, that surprised me, going that way round. So drop the 4 into the pocket behind the 9, the 5 across to the middle. We all know where the 6 and 7 is going. Four balls to get on the hill. And a date with Ralph Souquet, who is waiting for the winner of this match to fight it out for the title, the trophy, the prize money, and the bragging rights, because these players love beating each other. You beat the best, you can brag. This for the hill. And there it is, Karl Boyes leading Chris Melling 8 games to 3. It's Chris's break though, and Chris will have other ideas. He's not going to surrender this easy. But he's really struggling. Oh, look at the cue ball. That's it. I think that could be, although it's a tough table, it could be the final nail in Chris's coffin. Lady Luck has certainly deserted him. It's a shame, because I thought if Chris can play at his top and Karl is playing at his top, we'll get some match there. Chris playing some great shots and jumps and everything. It's a pleasure to watch. Karl very solid, nothing fancy. Not really getting the position he wants, although I think it's pretty good from here. It may just roll forward and end up on the rail. Chris is just probably praying that someone can intervene and bring Lady Luck over to his corner. So there, Karl just looking, can he get a shot on the 4 from the other side? If we can sink this 3 into the bottom right corner as we look at the screen now, and then needs good position, cannot afford to be too high, because then the 9 will be a little bit of an obstruction. I think he's just about right there. Oh, he got too much of that. He was worried about the 9. Okay. That's something that is a bit of frustration there. Still should not take it out on the equipment. Look at the gap between the 7 and 9. It's almost perfect. It was like it was made for it. There you go, Chris. Just clearing these balls like it means nothing. Look at that. That's speed for you. Now Karl's break has deserted him. Is a 6 going to drop? It does. Just as I said, it's deserted him. The 6 goes and rams it back down my throat. He hasn't got an easy shot on the 1 though. So Chris will be quite confident that he'll get a visit at this table in this frame. Karl playing a push. Is he going to drop the 2? I think he is. Make it a little bit tough. See, hides the 2 a little bit. Doesn't want to leave Chris an easy opportunity to be able to reduce this deficit. If Chris is going to do that, Karl wants him to work at it. Make every shot tough. Because Karl can afford a mistake. Chris cannot. Oh, if that... oh, it's not going to hit the knuckle and go in. No, it's good. I thought it was just going to go a little bit lower. Just get a nasty kiss off of the 2 and drop in the pocket, but it was good there. Karl's up frozen against the 2. Just gets 3/4 of the ball to use. Doesn't want to go for it because of where the 2 is, so I think we're going to see a little bit of a safety battle until one of them gets the opportunity to get that 2 and 7 moving somehow. And depending on what happens with this, Chris with a bit of a problem here. If he sends that 1, even if Chris misses, I don't think if he misses, then I don't think it's too much of a problem just yet. Playing a very slow roll. Okay, that's called a foul there. And say, because of the 4 ball there, it's stopping Karl maybe play it down the rail, because a 2 is not showing enough of its face. Ideally he would want the 1 out in the table so he could use that to get the 2 out a little bit. You see, neither of these really worried at the moment about the 1 because of the 2.
Could be a long game.
Yeah, you just heard Chris saying it could be a long game. Karl ain't going to take no chances. Chris can't afford to take any chances, but one of them's going to have to do something. If he gets a nudge off of that, that could be a little bit of a problem. Oh, Chris, of all the places, you didn't want that to go. It's gone. Look where the 2 is. Chris cannot believe it. Well, that's the difference there, you see. Karl doesn't want to make a mistake. Chris couldn't afford to. And look what's happened. Slow roll. Slow roll. And I think that is a foul. He hasn't judged that right. But again, it's not a disaster. He didn't really want to try that. Karl now just going to try and get the 2 hidden even more. Yeah, he didn't want to try and open them up. It's better probably to come up short rather than open up a space where Karl gets ball in hand and sees the 2. Now this changes the game a little bit. They're both smiling because they know it's exactly what I just said. Yeah, foul there. And there, the 2 is now a little bit open. Karl's just got to find a place for it. There. Just that mistake there by Chris, hitting the 7 first. And now allowing Karl to get rid of the problem. Leave himself with a 3. All the other balls are out in the open. Karl's struggling with the rails. He's got to remember that there's about 10,000 watts of heating in this arena. And of course, they play a little bit different to the outside tables. The final of the men's Eurotour will be at 6 o'clock this evening, local time, so in 1 more hour. And Ralph the Kaiser Suke is waiting for the winner of this match. And the way it's looking at the moment, it's looking like it's going to be Karl Boyes. Unless some sort of disaster happens. 3 balls to secure his place in the final. Two remaining, the 8 and the 9, to secure a victory over Chris Melling and book a place in a final against the Kaiser at 6 o'clock tonight, local time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being with us. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you all again in an hour's time. Thank you and goodbye for now.